Okay, then it's Monday. They have the Monday blues. We have a team which is wearing the blues.
And also having blues throughout the season.
But last game?
Huh?
Last game?
Last game, am I lost?
Was it one? No, last game. Oh, it's the last to last they won.
Yeah. They've not been winning that much. You can count how many wins they've had on one hand and still have two fingers to spare.
And major Monday blues today for Mumbai Indians because the last time they faced this opposition, you saw the record total in IPL.
Then record total.
Yeah. 277.
What happened over the weekend since I wasn't there? I had a rare weekend off thanks to my team. They said, we don't need you, just relax. And actually what I did mostly was sleep. Like I felt underslept all this while. And so now I think I've finally caught up on my sleep. So now from now on till the end of IPL, that problem will not be there. The sleep issue won't be there. Full energy for 26th of May.
Yeah.
As the final till 26th of May. Full throttle, full energy, well slept, well rested.
For the business end.
For the business end. Though I think the business end ideally by now usually would start in the IPL because this is used to be the time where permutation, combination would start. But this time I think it's been a bit of a thanda sort of a scenario, right? Where there are teams that I think you pretty much know have made it, and there are teams you pretty much know aren't making it. There are just 2-3 in the middle that may fight for that 1 or 2 spot at best. So that's the only excitement. So you have to wait for the day that they'll play. I mean, today could be that one day because Sunrisers again are in that fight, and for them every win is going to push them towards the top 4. If they lose again, then they fall back to the LSG sort of a scenario, similar, and then 2 teams, maybe Chennai thrown in there, 3 teams eventually fighting for those 2 spots, because I think KKR and RR now seem to have made the cut. And then there will be a Sunrisers Hyderabad, a Lucknow Super Giants, a Chennai Super Kings. Who knows an RCB? An outside rare thing.
Actually, Delhi are in a better situation than what RCB are. RCB can get to 14. DC somehow can still get to 16.
Yeah. Delhi capital.
You need 3 wins for that.
Haven't they had a long layoff, Delhi?
Very long one.
I have forgotten the last time. Tomorrow they're playing. Though.
Tomorrow they're playing.
They had a long layoff. KKR had the opposite. 3 games 1 week. Like, take it.
But were they travelling in all 3 games?
No, they were travelling in... no. See, you had... What are the games? You had the DC... No, you had... MI DC was away. You had MI away. You had LSG. Which was the...
They played... This is Delhi, no?
No, Delhi is talking about KKR. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the fixtures don't look right at all. No, KKR is on top, my friend. Higher.
Yeah, Shane, relax.
So yeah, 29th.
Just can't see KKR at the bottom.
29th. Delhi Capitals was a home game. That was the last home game you had of the 5-game stretch. After that, you've had back-to-back away games.
But two you've travelled, but there was a short gap between your Mumbai and Lucknow game.
Yeah, and that's you're travelling from Mumbai to Lucknow.
But was it an early start?
No,
Lucknow?
Thankfully not.
Well, Lucknow had
that against KKR. That was terrible.
That was really terrible.
It's happened to a couple of teams now.
Well, late start still, you've reached a day before. You usually reach a day before.
Yeah.
And then okay, today I'm tired, but I can sleep till late. It's the evening game.
Correct.
Imagine an early start next day. You've just landed in the city. Early start next day. That's cruel. That's what LSG got.
And they lost then.
KKR's case, they've lost for other reasons as well. Been awful. I mean, my only point with Sunil Narine is I think he's the MVP so far. I will talk about that later. That's another matter. But my point is, I don't know who to credit. Should I credit? Maybe you guys can help me. I don't know when I was trying to analyze his batting. Should I credit Sunil Narine for how well he is batting, which is a factor, or should I criticize the bowlers that these are bowlers, a lot of them are internationals, a lot of them are getting paid by the crores because of how experienced or how good they are, and have been dismissing a lot of top order batters for not being able to find a way to dismiss him. And I can agree with a dasher like Sunil Narine. If it was a one thing here and there, you can understand, right? But now here's a bowling all-rounder who's been pushed to bat there and is consistently getting those runs without this set of highly paid, highly profiled, with a lot of potential, bowlers who bowled in different conditions, highly experienced, not being able to find a way to get him out. I don't know who is at fault. Is it Sunil Narine who's so far ahead of the curve, or is it the bowlers that are really fault?
I mean, see, he's worked on his batting. I mean,
Sure.
I've seen certain shots from him this year wherein I've not seen them from him previously. Yesterday, in fact, he got to his 50 with a gentle dab past shot third. You never see Sunil Narine play gentle dabs. On the other hand, I will agree and say that some bowlers, and his weaknesses are clear and obvious. I can point them out to you. Yeah. If you cramp him for room, he'll end up going for a big shot. Yorkers is the bane of any top order bat, and more importantly, short balls. Why has no one been bowling short balls to him?
I think teams have tried. What I think teams have not done enough, and this is where I think as a bowler there's only so much in your hands. The swinging ball also is a bit of a problem for him. You've not seen the ball swing that much. If let's say it were conditions that SRH got against RR the other day, where Bhuvi was really making the ball talk, getting the ball to swing. This time around, you haven't seen the ball swing around that much, barring a couple of venues. I remember Mumbai versus Rajasthan was another time that the ball swung around. Burger was making the ball swing, so was Bolt. That match. So the swinging conditions, the absence of swinging conditions, but the short ball, I think teams have tried the short ball. I very well remember Delhi trying to do that. I remember RCB also tried to bounce him out a couple of times.
I think even Lucknow, I think Mohsin or someone was trying.
Yeah, but I think he's worked on that as well.
He's obviously worked.
He doesn't get taken by surprise by the short ball now, as we've seen him get sort of rushed on earlier. But I think he's worked on that.
But I would still imagine. See, again, as I said, he's been very good. He's been a revelation. But if I'm just trying to think of it from an opposition coach, captain point of view. I won't be happy if he's getting so many runs consistently. See, if you have one bad day where he's gone on and played a outstanding inning, I'll say, okay, fine. One of those days, what do? He threw his bat at everything, connected, got runs, it's fine. But if it's happening consistently, I'm going to sit down and tell my bowlers, guys, what are you doing? I mean, just stand up for yourself or find a way. You are these top-notch, you're the best in the world that everyone talks about. And you can't dismiss a late bloomer of a batter who's essentially a bowling all-rounder.
And who's retired from international cricket.
Yeah, we need to find a way. And if you're not, then there's something seriously wrong with those bowlers not being. Forget as a captain or a coach, if I'm a bowler as well, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be happy if he's doing it. Okay, one day I can forgive myself, saying, okay, today he had a good day, what do I do?
He's gotten like 3 or 4 half centuries.
Every game he's getting runs. And if I'm a bowler, I'm like, the bowlers need to sit together and say, this is the biggest insult ever. I mean, again, taking nothing away from Sunil Narine. He's been very good. But he has no right as a bowling all-rounder to be as consistent as he is. And the bowler is not finding a way.
And some of it is down to, again, a lack of consistency. I remember the one game where he really got bogged down was the RCB game in Eden Garden, where one thing Bangalore did well was stay consistent with what they were planning. Yesterday also in the first over, you saw Mohsin kept him quiet. Yeah. The next over after that, he's bowling him half volleys.
Yeah, because at that time, Salt was going all guns blazing.
And then I'm like, you're bowling him half volleys after the kind of over you've bowled. You've let him free his hands. Now, good luck. Now he'll throw his hands at everything. And he's the kind of player, realistically, I'm expecting 30 quickfire runs from him. 1 run above that is a bonus. So the fact that he gets you 80 runs is like 50 bonus runs, and then you look at the margin at which they've lost. It's not good enough.
Yeah. The bowlers need a dressing down. Any bowler who's consistently leaking runs, Sunil Narine, sorry mate, not good enough.
That includes our Ashwin, by the way.
Everyone. Because, you need to be assessed based on your performance. And I'm like, that's what I said. If in today's day and age, if I'm the coach, I'm not going to be harsh on the bowlers. I know,
things aren't quite.
Yeah, things aren't going in your favor, the conditions, the rules, everything fine. But okay, if, Virat Kohli is smashing me, fine. It's all right. If I have to, let's say he's smashing me, I'll take it. If Quinton de Kock comes and hits me, I'll take that.
But not every time from a pinch hitter.
Not from Sunil Narine, yeah. One off bad day, okay. One bad day for us, good day for him, okay. Done. Teams are not figuring that out. Anyway, what's happening in this game?
Well, the beleaguered Mumbai Indians, who by the way can be one of the first teams to officially have their fate decided. If they lose today, that E is coming in front of their name officially. No permutations, combinations, far-fetched, nothing doing. It's not going to happen. They have won the toss at home and chosen to bowl first.
Surprise.
Team with blue jersey with Indians against
Pat Cummins and Travis Head. Be afraid.
Be
Be very afraid.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that, oh my god, they put them into bat first.
Yes.
Why would you put SRH into bat first? Bad
I
call. Oh my god, the record's being broken again today.
Yeah, unless they are. See, again, I know which way they're looking at. They're probably looking at their own strength, saying that in Wankhede, better off chasing. That sort of.
Didn't work out well in the last game
Yeah,
compared to the
but-
Wankhede.
but-
And they came close. They lost that match by 31 runs.
Yeah,
They were
but with-
competing. See, it wasn't as one-way a match as you thought after those 277 runs were scored. Mumbai, for a good 12-13 overs, were in the match. Yeah.
But maybe because there's also a lot of dew now in Wankhede. We know that there was dew last time around. Maybe with all of that, they thought it's, better off that we're batting second and the bowlers don't have to deal with the dew.
Yeah.
And theirs have to. And they have a few. I mean, Mumbai may not have outstanding spinners, but Sunrisers do have a few decent spinners in their ranks. So, I mean, they do give Abhishek Sharma a chance to bowl, and Shahbaz has been bowling for them as well. And I'm sure that they will get in a spinner as a impact sub. Markande, I'm guessing. They will have to, because they've packed their team with fast bowlers.
So there's a Jansen, Cummins, Bhuvi, Natarajan.
Yeah.
Shahbaz is the only actual spinner, so yeah, they'll probably need a Markande.
Also a batting all-rounder. He's more of a batter.
He's a 2-over
So the
bowler.
two part-time spinners in Abhishek and Shahbaz, both part-timers. Rest are all fast bowlers. But if you got, they got 5. They got Nitish Reddy as well. 5 fast bowlers. So
Actually,
Natarajan, Bhuvi, Pat Cummins, Jansen, and Nitish. So there's no way they're bringing another pacer. They have to bring in a spinner. And I think Mayank Markande wouldn't be a bad option. You go with a leggy. Yeah. So
And he's gotten them wickets at clutch times in this particular edition as well. Yeah, he's been expensive a few games, but overall, I'd say that he's gotten them crucial wickets also, and that does help a lot. That's something that will come in handy, especially in a game which you're potentially expecting, given the history at Wankhede, could be high scoring. Those few wickets will always be key.
yeah. Okay, let's look at the teams now. You've got Sunrisers Hyderabad batting first, and that pair.
Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head. Everyone was calling them the brothers of destruction. Then Sunil Narayan and Phil Salt are like 3rd and 4th on the batting lineup right now, as far as Orange Cap is concerned. Madness. But I'd still say the second best opening pair this year, and one who, when they're on song, make any ground look absolutely tiny.
And
So
today it's Wankhede.
oh my god. Flat track, small ground. God save the MI
Mayank
bowling
Agarwal
lineup.
returns, is he?
Yeah, my
Yes.
god, he makes a comeback. Ooh.
Last time the change they made was there was no Markram and they got in Jansen. So while that still persists,
That means they brought in Mayank basically to be the anchor in the middle overs, which kind of makes sense when
and
you think
taken a
about it.
batter out then.
Not really. I mean, see, they've got Abhishek. No, Markram was the batter out, no?
Yeah,
So-
and Jansen came in.
And Jansen does give you a batting option lower down the order, so I think they're
So,
fine.
The batting is pretty deep here.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Mayank coming at 3, and then Nitish Reddy, then a Klassen, a Samad, Shahbaz, Jansen,
Pat Cummins is at number 9, Bhuvneshwar at 10, who
10.
can whack a couple.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a very deep batting lineup.
Oh.
And they're getting to bat first, which they like doing. Oh my god, why? Anyway, Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, there's Mayank Agarwal at 3, then you've got a Nitish Reddy, Heinrich Klaasen at 5, Abdul Samad, Shahbaz Ahmed, Mako Jansen, Pat Cummins, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and of course, the man who's been nicknamed Toe Crusher Natarajan, T Natarajan.
And most likely it's Mayank Markande comes in as an impact sub.
Oh, one of the batters, easy as you like.
Yeah. Okay. Mumbai Indians.
They've made a couple of changes, interestingly, not
So
couple,
no impact sub Rohit Sharma.
not this time around
So
at least.
in fact, I was reading about it. He was impact sub, yes, last time around, but rather 2 games now. But he had proper net sessions. So it was expected that he'd be playing the full game today.
So-
With Jasprit Bumrah though, I'm surprised to see him there because he missed yesterday's net session and he wasn't quite seen marking his run up today. Yes, he was in the field and all, but Anshul Kamboj was expected to be replacing him, but Anshul, regardless, is making his, I think, debut today.
Yeah.
Is a Haryana all-rounder. That's all I could know about him. But both him and Bumrah play, and there were those statements being made that probably Bumrah could now be rested because Mumbai are all but out.
Why is he not rested?
Very good question. Why would you not rest them? Are they waiting for the E to officially come in front of their name? How does it matter? I don't understand. I would personally be resting him, a Sky. I mean, the season's done and dusted at this point. If, as Hardik said, that you're looking to play for pride, you may as well give some of the bench players a chance. Those poor guys have been stuck on the bench whilst the first teamers have been stinking up the giant.
No, who's gonna? I don't know. Indian cricket, nobody is seeing that. Jasprit Bumrah.
But the franchise
Still
will always
play.
want the
But
superstars to play.
what do you have to achieve from now here? What is it the franchise? What is it that the franchise can achieve? What is it from here? What? A win or two? How does that help?
Doesn't.
You have to qualify, right? I mean, are there any points for being 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th? How does that matter where you finish? I think you have to look at Indian cricket on the whole. Okay, you allowed him a day off from net practice, fantastic. Maybe allow him a rest from the game too. Anyway, let's see what the BCCI does, because I heard the BCCI saying it. The BCCI secretary had mentioned that he will ensure that the franchises pay heed to the demands of Indian cricket, and that BCCI is not answerable to the franchises. It's the other way around, and the franchises will have to do what the BCCI tells them to. I just hope the message from the BCCI reaches the franchise.
It's funny you mentioned that, because and there's of course a video up on that for Sports Today as well, is that there was a lot of talk about the England players going away after the group stage was done, and now it turns out the BCCI and ECB are in talks to ensure that the players who are there, who will be playing the playoffs, which could be the likes of a Josh Butler, Phil Salt and the likes, are allowed to play in the playoffs, not go for the Pakistan series.
Well, that's okay. I mean, they are in with a chance, right?
No, that's fair. I understand that, but I'm just saying I'll believe the talk of BCCI tells franchises what to do when I see it. Right now, I haven't seen it.
Because we heard that last year as well, that players will be seen bowling with the Red Dukes to be able to prepare.
For the WTC.
And they'll be in close coordination with the NCA. Workload management of the players will be looked at. We saw none of that.
Shami was playing the final. Jadeja was playing the final. There was no.
That
nothing
I'd
to
still
sort.
give some sort of leeway. Okay, your team is playing the final. You want to feel the best 11.
Fair enough.
Fair. How do you tell a franchise you can't play?
Can't play your
like
best
they're
player.
playing a final, so I understand that. That's fine. Here you are for all practical purposes. I mean, even if they win all games, there's a 0.5% chance that they'll qualify.
12 points. It happening. It's just not happening.
There's already teams on 16 points.
Two
And
teams
12.
will get to 14 for sure, because see, already SRH and LSG are on 12. They play each other. So one of them are getting to 14. Some other team will get to 14. Then the 12 pointers are anyway done for, which is I just don't understand what is the point of them going like this. You may as well have played some of the bench players, give them a bit of a run out, assess who it is you'd want to go with. Next year's a big year. I mean, it's a mega auction year. You might want to assess some talent.
Exactly. Those couple of games just be clear in terms of what your approach then we will be in the auction, who those players you want to be retaining or be re-auctioning for. How do you get to know that? You see how those players are.
So that's a very strong team that MI have named for a game that carries no significance for them. None whatsoever.
Strong team which has been losing.
I mean, it's a strong team. It's one of their better teams on paper. Although I still don't understand how is it that a Namandhir consistently plays ahead of a Nehal Vadera. I've never understood that. I didn't understand that in the last game when he came out to bat at 3, and you have a Vadera coming in lower, a Tilak coming in lower. What has a Namandhir done? So
No idea. Shivam, you don't want us to take any questions today? I don't think, because you not even opened it. You're just like you're sending WhatsApp to somebody, I can see. To the subscribers?
maybe.
Okay, let's take a few. Mayank Madan, why don't they do in cricket like football that clubs would decide about the availability of the players for the national duty, which basically is decided at the time of contract only?
Because it's not at a point right now, cricket, where the club has that much control. Yeah. It's the other way around. So eventually, I'm sure you'll get to that point in cricket
but
also. Now is not the time.
Good decade or two away.
Yeah, at least a decade.
Yeah, not happening as of now. Because I think it's Indian cricket that is still funding everything else. There it's completely turned around. And I think, yes, the IPL brand value has gone up and television rights has gone even more than international. But I think IPL is what it is because of Indian cricket. If that interest is lost in international cricket, then it will percolate down to IPL and see that brand value drop as well. They are correlated, so they can't work without it. So you can't say, oh, IPL is doing well anyway, so we really don't need, international cricket to back us. I think that has to be still your priority.
GGK has a theory. He says that Bumrah is not rested as MI don't, as they want to prevent the wooden spoon. Considering that RCB are winning now, Hardik cannot do with the wooden spoon.
So
How does that matter? How does it matter if you're 10, 9, 8 or 7? You're not top 4, are you? And you get paid, I think, basis of, anyway, the payments that I'm talking about are peanuts compared to the kind of money that these IPL franchises anyway make. I think the winner gets 20 crore. The winner. Which is also something that now they're spending on one player more than
24.75 is one player.
Exactly. So it just doesn't matter. That's like a token money that there is there. I don't think they're really gunning for that. I think they need to be successful because their success then brings with it a lot of money, whether it is through sponsorship, whether it is through merchandising, whatever, various other things. So that's more important. At the end of the day, our franchise, I agree, franchises will aim to win the trophy. That's their final aim. If not that, then the next would be to be in the top 4. Apart from that, there has to be nothing like, there's no relegation, right? So that I would understand. Oh, you will be relegated to another league. So you have to be there in the IPL. That's also not there. Oh, what's the point? I don't see any reason for them to be playing Bumrah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like say for instance in a sport like Formula 1 where the prize money is distributed basis your position on the table. Then I'd understand teams playing their biggest 11 because then your prize money, the pot which is divided is done directly. So if you're first, you get the most money, second little less, third little less. So every position is worth like $10 million. So that's a lot of money. If it was something like that, I'd understand. It's nothing, all of these teams are getting a guaranteed baseline amount of the TV rights anyway. All of them are profitable, and to be told, most of the players who are still, we say, are overpaid are also making peanuts, as is comparison to the amount of money that is being rated by the league itself.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter.
Okay, Sarachandra Yelamarti is saying
that he saw a stat about Phil Saul that he scored 325 runs in Eden and 80 in other venues in 6 matches. Okay, fair, but those 325 runs in Eden were helpful. And it's a little harsh about Ashwin that, as you say, it's his opinion. He directly didn't say anything on Narayan. But the fact that he didn't say anything on Narayan directly in itself is the problem, because it's opened itself to all sort of speculation as to what exactly he meant. He said something yesterday about not my policy, to comment on that.
About obviously hinting at.
He's been bowling with half sleeve t-shirts.
Yes,
yes, the entire season. Narayan has been bowling with half sleeve tees.
Yes.
So his action is actually pretty straight arm at this point.
Okay. Abhishek Singh says if BCCI cannot even direct franchise rest Bumrah Sharma, then the sole purpose of IPL is getting undermined, which is to do well in international. There should be more power with the BCCI. Abhishek, but I don't think that's the sole purpose of the IPL. First. I don't think it's there for the benefit of Indian cricket. It was there as a financial entity to make profits for the BCCI,
which it has accomplished tenfold, I would say.
Yeah, more than expectation. So that's the first assumption which is wrong. Ashish Dhar says SRH will win. SRH 212 for 5. Is 14 crore Darren Mitchell the fine of the tournament?
Is he being sarcastic?
Not the fine.
Good one.
Okay, Naman Kanpal, do you feel Boucher missed the calculation of player power in India? I mean, MI also shows how players can be unprofessional to be unhappy to play under certain player. I see major changes in MI. What is he hinting at?
Interesting, because what happens in like football.
Underperforming, is that what he's saying?
Not underperforming per se, but you can see from the body language that that's a divided camp. Let's be very frank. I look at the body language of half the players. Some are trending in one direction, some in another direction. Some would rather be anywhere else but on the field. So I do agree with him. You see it a lot in football when the teams. I mean, come on, you've seen it happen. You're a Manchester United fan. How many managers have lost the dressing room at this point?
Yeah.
You know when they're not pulling in the same direction. It's patently evident. I see that with MI.
Priyanshu says, best chance for Rohit Hardik to come back to form. Weak SRH bowling, chasing in the due at Wankhede. Please don't fail today. Good point though.
He also points that out because Priyanshu is an RCB fan, so you'd really be hoping that MI could beat SRH to ensure that those points get dented. This is always one of those things that you see these little mini alliances form. Remember last year, was it that in 2022, that I think RCB had to make a run to the playoffs and then they all suddenly became MI fans. The entire franchise went in on the joke. So these kind of things happen among fans as well.
Okay, I love conflict says Rohit. I'm a big fan of Ashwin. Unfortunately, Ashwin is also big Ashwin.
Basically, Ashwin considers himself like the authority on everything.
But I love his opinion on cricket. I do like it.
At
I
times,
think I don't know. I think it takes a lot of courage. See, you may agree or disagree with a person, but it takes a lot of courage to come out and say the way it is, and he does it. I like that about him. He couldn't care less. He comes out, says it, and says it as bluntly as possible. Like how many players could have said, which he did, they're not friends in the team but colleagues or something.
Colleagues,
like
yeah,
that. I'm sure a lot of them may feel like that, but nobody will ever come
No
out
one
and
will
say
voice it.
He says it. I like that. I like that about him. Okay, GGK says it's not about top 4. Hardik as captain finishing last versus 7th is vastly different. Else they may lose even Sky Bumrah next season. I don't think that.
no, they may very well. I think one of them will go. My prediction, my bold prediction for next year, one of them is leaving. Along with Rohit. You wait and watch.
When MI wants you, you stay.
Tell that to Hardik Pandya. They didn't want him actually at that point in time. I still predict Rohit leaves and one of them goes with him.
Unless they want them to leave, then it's another matter. But if MI wants them, they stay.
That's it. I still think one of them will go. One of them.
As I said, if they want them to go, then they will go. Like say if they think Sky's done, for example. They want them to go, he'll go.
If they think Sky is done, he can come back.
No, I'm just, if they do, I don't know.
He can come back home to KKR. Still got a lot of pals there.
I don't think it'll happen.
His biggest backer is also the mentor. Gigi is a big Sky fan.
Best thing for Sky will be Gigi.
You can
Interesting.
say whatever you want. Best thing for Sky will be to listen to what MI want. In general.
For
in
cricket
life.
and beyond, yeah. Let's go to that. Cricket and beyond. This is
In
much
life.
beyond the one kid.
You think Rohit Sharma would have stayed back had it been any other franchise other than MI?
No.
Not a chance.
No
He
way.
stayed back, right? Because he did what is right for him.
Bigger scheme of things.
Has to.
And we will, as a Lucknow fan, we will welcome Bumrah.
What? He is Bumrah. See, he will still not welcome Sky. He has a thing against Sky. Sky, he doesn't want to be
matter what
in
he
the squad
wants
of
or
15.
He doesn't want. You're not getting any. You're not getting anybody. It's not a choice which is up to the player to decide. Asad wants to know, do you think Bumrah is underpaid? 100%.
Every player in this IPL is underpaid, especially so someone like a Bumrah.
But if there is a highest bid for anyone, it has to be to Jasprit. If it was based not on supply and demand, but on performances, let's say you had a performance meter and your price was fixed based on that performance meter, Bumrah highest, MVP, all the time.
And what if it were based on shore meter?
Sure meter then.
And then Hardik.
Piyush Nandre has a question. Could Ashwin be India's Michael Vaughan in the future?
He kind of already is.
No. I think Ashwin is a far better reader and analyst of the game already. You can call him. He could want to become
Like an Athos or Nasser, maybe.
Yeah.
That level, probably.
I was like Ian Bishop also. Very good.
Yeah, Bishop's another good reader of the game. Yeah.
Yeah. One of them. Why not?
Nasser, yeah.
Okay, this is highlight the comment. Harshit is the complete opposite of Hardik. One doesn't smile even when his team wins. The other smiles even after getting back. DP! Comment of the day. Oh my God. Goes to DP. Lovely, yeah. DP. I think we should make a reel out of this, Shivam, and credit DP for his comment of the day.
We can take a screenshot of it and just put it down there. We'll just let everyone read it.
Harshit, please give a comment on that. What do you have to say?
Well, you would really see me smile if Delhi had to win tomorrow.
Oh, that would be a big day. Come to Sports Today if you want to witness that.
His smile is almost as rare as Sunil Narayan's at this point.
Yeah. Of Gautam Gambhir's.
Yeah.
That day I saw this clip of Shah Rukh Khan. He'd interviewed with the host broadcaster. He said Suddenly this has become a camp where you thought, there was one guy who didn't smile, but now we've got so many of these guys. This Sunil, this Chandrakant Pandit,
This Gautam Gambhir. He's saying तुम डगआउट पे देखो सुनील नारायण छक्के मार रहा है वो कोई हंस नहीं रहा है because he's team owner so he can jolly well get away with saying something like that.
Good point. Good point. Okay. Any more you want to take?
predictions we can do maybe.
I mean predictions no harm.
Shane's clearly gone with an SRH win today.
Go.
I want
Orange Army.
Mumbai to win, so I'm going to put cricketing logic aside and root for Mumbai.
For your Delhi capital.
I just like the little
Delhi
fight that
capitals.
exists
Of course, why not?
in the middle of the table right now. So I'll go with SRH getting to 2 or 3, but Mumbai winning.
230 SRH win.
230.
I'm saying 210 Mumbai win.
Ooh. Assam is
300.
predicting 300. Well, we're still waiting, and if any team can do it, it's SRH batting first.
Batting first. Yeah.
Okay, see you mid innings. Take care. Bye bye. Tata.
Nandri.